19 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 11 wins by decision, 3 knockout losses, 3 submission losses. He's on a big rough patch, Sam Alvey. I don't think he's smiling now. UFC on ESPN 40. We have Sam Alvey versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. Okay, first we're going to look at Sam Alvey. He's 33-17, 19 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 11 wins by decision, 3 knockout losses, 3 submission losses. He's on a big rough patch, Sam Alvey. I don't think he's smiling now. What's weird with Sam Alvey, he has a couple of fights against decent level competition where he makes the fight close enough to where he arguably won. For example, when he fought against John, it was a split draw, but I think he won that fight. And also when he fought against Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann is a top 10 light heavyweight in the UFC. So he's a tough, dangerous fighter. And Sam was able to go out there and lose a split decision, but a lot of people thought he won against Ryan Spann. And he actually had moments in the third round where he hurt Ryan Spann. So if he would have had more time in the third round, he might have got the finish. So the thing is with Sam Alvey, he's a mixed bag. He looks decent against good fighters at times, but then he looks bad against bad fighters. His last fight against Brandon Allen, he got crucified. Brandon was clearly the smaller fighter, even though they both fought at middleweight. Sam had a significant size advantage, but Brandon was able to outstrike him, hurt him, and get the rear naked choke win. Sam Alvey's opponent is Michal Oleksiejczuk. Let's look at Michal. Michal is 16-5. He has 11 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 4 wins by decision, 1 loss by TKO, 3 losses by submission. Michal is a knockout artist. It's interesting because Michal almost mirrors Sam. They both box, they both throw hands, don't throw a lot of kicks. But the difference between Michal and Sam is Michal walks forward and he hunts the knockout. Another difference between Michal and Sam, if you go and look at his losses, he has a lot more losses by submission in the UFC. The crazy thing is Michal only has 3 losses, and 1 loss was against Jimmy Crute. He got dominated the whole fight against Jimmy Crute. He should not have showed up that night, but Jimmy Crute was on something that night. That Jimmy Crute was 10-1. And people were saying Jimmy Crute was the next big thing, but that's not a bad loss, but he still got dominated bad. From the start of the bell, Jimmy was on him. He didn't give him no space. He was able to out-grapple him and get the finish. Lucky for him, he's fighting against Sam Alvey, who will not attempt no takedown. He might attempt a takedown when he's hurt, when he's half unconscious. But other than that, this is going to be a boxing match. Michal's last loss comes against Dustin Jacoby. I think Michal won the first round. That's the second round. Dustin was able to hurt him and take over. Michal ended up losing a decision to Dustin Jacoby. In my opinion, he couldn't keep up with the pace of Dustin Jacoby. But the only thing he has to worry about fighting against Sam Alvey is Sam Alvey's knockout power. Michal has brutal knockout power. He showed it against Shamil. Shamil was shooting for takedowns across the whole cage. And Michal actually showed improved takedown defense that fight. He was able to hurt Shamil with left uppercuts and put him away in the first round. I think this is where Sam Alvey's luck runs out. Michal is fighting against somebody who's not going to try to take him down, who's going to stand up in front of him. Yes, Sam Alvey is going to move around in a circle and look to counterpunch, but he's not looking to wrestle Michal. I think when it comes to the head movement, speed, footwork, power, striking, I give it all to Michal. I don't think this fight will last long. I'm predicting Michal to win inside 2 minutes in the first round. I'm taking Michal via brutal uppercut.